Large-scale data surveillance has been a hot topic this year. A new book says that big data is transforming our lives in a host of ways, for better and for worse.
For the past 10 years, we've been sitting down in front of our computers, starting our browsers and heading for Google. It's all part of a daily routine. But what does Google know about us on the basis of our search habits?
Google knows what you entered and what mistakes you made in your search terms. They're also keeping a record of your typos and how you corrected them. Google knows what operating system you're using and often what kind of a computer you have, if it's a cell phone, laptop or tablet. And Google also knows where you are geographically. Your IP address can be triangulated to calculate your location. It's not always perfect, but it's pretty close.
Just imagine the amount of information Google has collected about you over the years, and then multiply that by 1 billion users. That's big data. Every digital trace you leave behind on your journey is stored and analysed. Facebook analyses your friend list and compares your interests and likes. Twitter examines what feeds you follow. And if you have a Kindle, Amazon knows what you're reading now and recommends other books you might like. For online companies, your data is a valuable resource. Victor Meyer-Schönberger has written a book about the new world of big data.
Today, collecting data has become incredibly easy, and storing and analysing that data is inexpensive. So for the first time ever, all of our institutions are able to scrutinise our understanding of reality.
Big data offers a new way to understand the world. 1 billion Facebook users and their friends can tell us more than any statistical survey. 400 million tweets a day can reveal more about our opinions than any political analysis. Combine social media and search engine data with news portals, government figures and blogs, and you can tap into a brave new world of information. The FBI even used big data in the hunt for the Boston Marathon bombers.
Why? Because they realized that analyzing big data suddenly opened the door to solving crimes that they were completely unable to solve before. Suddenly, they could investigate crimes and criminals that used to slip right through their net. It's like an alcoholic who has taken one little sip and can't stop coming back for more.
Back to Google for a look at how this can work. 5 years ago, Google set up a flu tracking application. They took the aggregated search data from millions and millions of users and applied algorithms to tease out the most important search terms. With that information, they can now estimate the spread and the intensity of flu in real time in a number of countries around the world.
What's fascinating is that when they started, Google didn't know which of the 50 million search terms they get from users would be most predictive for the flu. To create the model, they analyzed these 50 million terms and their combinations to locate the 45 specific search terms most closely correlated with the flu. Taken together, they came up with an amazingly accurate prediction.
Mining data for patterns is the wave of the future, and smartphones are making it increasingly easy to pinpoint where you are and where you're going. Several years ago, the city of Geneva joined with Swisscom Telecommunications. For an entire day, they anonymously tracked the calls made by their clients. This animation visualizes the digital traces created by those 2 million phone calls. For business, this location data is a veritable goldmine. American big data companies say they can use smartphone data to monitor the world in real time. But do we really want them to do that?
The biggest risk is that our society will end up trapped in a dictatorship of data, that we'll succumb to a fetishization of data, and that data will be granted more meaning and power than it actually deserves.
It's a tempting scenario. Digital data promises entirely new insights, the key to unlock our world. But the more data we collect, the more control we give it over our day-to-day existence. Is there a dark side to big data?
The digital tools at our disposal today have made forgetting nearly impossible and remembering the absolute norm. But everything we do as human beings is actually predicated on the notion that what we do will be forgotten. It turns out that it's actually quite difficult for us to navigate this world in which memory is constant and ever present.
The age of big data also needs an economy of forgetting. When everything we do is collected and analysed, we also need to have the right to press the delete button.
That's all from Arts 21 this week. For more, visit us online at dw.de/culture or on Facebook.